the marshal of the Baal Shem. Here he brings a little bit different. Ein Zemashim Sapim, B'Shem Baal Shem Tov, Zeichas HaKodesh L'Rocha, Marshal Shemelch Echad, Hiniach Eitza Gadol B'Makam Echad. It's a little bit different, but means that there was a king that had a great treasure someplace. The Sibei V'Achiza Seinaim, Kama V'Kama Chaymes Soviv HaEitza. You all know the marshal. And he used a certain power of Achiza Naim, of magic, to give the impression that there are all kinds of walls. The Degel gives much more moats and things keep, surrounding. When people came there, they looked at these walls. The walls were really Achiza Naim. The walls were for magic, meaning it wasn't real. But the people looked at the walls, and then when they saw these walls, which were not real, but inside their heads, it became real. And what happened was, the kosher l'shabra. Just forget it, we can't do it. So we can't do this. Because the Meniyah was in their head. In Metzias, it was nothing. It was a Chizinaim. In Metzias, it wasn't a Metzias. Magic. Meaning it was a show. In Metzias, it wasn't the Meniyah. The Meniyah was that you bought it. You went for it. And inside your head and in your heart. Because it looks to you like it's something which is impassable. Impossible and impassable. You can't get past it. I don't know if there's a word like that. The kosher l'shabram. I can't break it. Uksosam chazu teikif. So some of the people right away, the Baal Shem says, some of the people right away turned back. Forget it, it's not shaykh. Uksosam shibuchay machas. Now remember, it was made with kishif. I say it's not a mitzvah. There's something epis there, but it's all kishif. So some people broke through one chayma. Uboel hashnin, they came to the second wall. This we can't do. Uksosam shibuyos, and there's some of those people that were very more determined. They broke through that also. V'yoch lishba nisharm, but the others couldn't. Ad shabah ben melech. In the end, everybody gave up because it got harder and harder. In the end, everybody gave up except for the prince. Ad shabah ben melech. Amar ani yedei. Who's the ben melech? The ben melech, the prince, is the one who's able to say ani yedei. I know. Shekol ha'chaymes hemak b'achizas einayim. I know that all these walls are illusion. They feel like walls. Yeah, you knock into it, it feels like a wall. But I know 100% that all of these meniyas are achizas einayim. All of these meniyas that are keeping me away from the king, keeping me away from the oitzer, from the treasure of my neshama. All of these meniyas are achizas einayim. Bemis ein shum chayma klal. The chayma is in your heart. The wall is in your heart and in your mind. And the prince knew this. V'holach levetach ad she'avar al kulam. And the prince kept on going till he passed all of the walls. Mizeh yoven hamaskil hanimshal me'elav. An intelligent person understands the nibshal on his own. Al kol ha'meniyas v'hahasosais upituyim. All of the obstacles, all of the distractions, all of the seductions, Shem Bechinas Chaimis, they're all walls. Those are all walls that we face in life. Sheyesh al oitzer sheyir shamayim, that's covering and keeping us from the oitzer, which Chazal says of Yir Shamayim, of being truly God-fearing Jews. That's the treasure. That's the Bas Melech. Shebe'emes einam klum. Rabbi Nachman says, Shebe'emes einam klum. They're nothing. The Iker, and what's the main thing for a Jew to have? Leiv chazak v'amitz. A strong and courageous heart. That's a Ben Melech. A strong and courageous heart. Vaz ein lei shum meniyah. And then there's no meniyah. Ubefrat ha-meniyas begashmiyas. Especially when it comes to the meniyas Gashmis HaKleinikait, the physical manias that are keeping you from becoming a tzaddik. Could go in Machmas Mammon. You don't have enough money to go to the tzaddik. You can't afford to go to the tzaddik. Oshamenia, I say Ishtai, or your wife doesn't want you to go to the tzaddik. Ubanav, your children, Chaisnai, Aviv, father-in-law, the in-laws, your parents, Aviv, Imai, the Chayotze. Rabbi Nachman says, and Kulam, Betelim, and Muvutalim, all of these manias. He's not saying that you should be nasty or rude. No, he just says there's an eitzah. If you be'emes, if you have a strong and courageous heart, Rabbi Nachman's not suspending the dinim of kibbut of aim and of shalom bayis and so on. He just says, Kulam betelim v'talim misha liba chazak v'amitz l'Hashem. All of those manias are not going to be manias anymore. Rabbi Nachman used to say that those are the very same people that are going to be your biggest fans. They're going to be the ones who are pushing you. They're going to be the ones who are rooting for you. If you in your own heart are strong and you're able to acknowledge that the ikkim manias hamayach libi schar char libi. In the end, they're not only not going to be manias, but the manias can be changed into neimus. And then Rabbi Nachman says, even you see the gevurah of gibarim, you see the courage of heroic people, of big gibarim. He says, the ikar is the ikar strength of a warrior, of a heroic person. The ikar strength of that person is not in his muscles. The ikar strength of the person is always the libai. If you could have some scrawny guy, it's not like you wouldn't have thought that he's Mr. Superman or anything. He's the most heroic guy. And you could have another guy that worked out for 20 years, and he's a strong guy, and he's a bucky in all the chachmas of fighting and karate and wrestling and this and that. And in the end, the one who is rescuing and saving and doing and helping and schlepping and carrying out the Sefer Torah from the fire, Chalila, the one who ended up doing that, surprise, the scrawny guy, because the ikar gvura is in the oimus of a person's oimitz halev in the heart, libi. If a person has a courageous heart, the emes a courageous heart, that's the ikar koyach of a person. He says, "Gamafilu gvura shel hagibarim." The gevurah, the ikar gevurah of gibarim, of warriors and strong people, the ikar gevurah of gibarim is they're not afraid. They're not afraid. They go with oimitz halev. They're not afraid to take on something in life, to take it on and to fight against it. They're not afraid. We were going. When we were this summer, we had a beautiful trip with the family, and we went for a few days. We were in Colorado, and we went on this boat on the Colorado River. It was like, it was rapid. It wasn't so rapid. I mean, it was a little, because it was the end of the season, so it wasn't so fast. I mean, the kids were so afraid. Well, it wasn't such a big deal, but it was fun, and they have along the way, my wife always saying that I can never enjoy myself because I'm always trying to figure things out, and instead of just why don't you just take it easy? So I'm more caught up in things along the way that look interesting or strange. So what happened? So there's there was this place where it died down, there was no, it wasn't going fast, and you could pull over boats over there. And there's tall mountain sticking out over the river, this cliff. And there are people that are going up there to jump. And then they go back into the boat. Whereas you could walk over there and climb up the mountain, and they're jumping.
Into the river?
Into the river. It's a pachat. It was like 30, 40, it was very, very high. This is a very scary thing. So of course the guy that takes you on the boat, because there's this guy that goes with everybody. So so he asked me would I like to do that. So like my kids, and they right away start to scream, no, it's not doing that. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not dressed for the occasion, and I'm not. I like it here. It's good. And the whole thing was, so the kids were very fascinated by this, and I was saying, look, you see on the boat these guys, these macho knackers, and I said, look at the energy here right now this minute, because most of these guys are terrified of doing that, but they also have to show that they could do it. And I said to the kids, watch, you'll see this one, this one, this one, this one. Which one's